Peace, love, harmony, trust, and strength. I have to multitask, so bear with me while I speak to you all. I gotta do my hair. And my little stand fell, so we gotta improvise. But, oh, I found it. I wanted to come on and share a little bit about me. And I'll be honest to say, where do I begin? That is something I don't know. But I'll just start with who I am. I am a daughter of a mother who had all boys before she had me. And actually, she only had one boy before she had me. One son, rather. But she treated me differently. Like, if they fell, hurt themselves, they went to the doctor and hospitals and stuff like that. But me, what's going on with my hair? I couldn't do any of that. I had to, if I went to the doctor, I hurt myself. I went to her. And she took care of me. So growing up, it was kind of like frustrating because I always felt like my mama doesn't love me. She won't take me to the doctor and let me get treated and see what's wrong. She just wants to do everything herself. She wants to torture me. I had never in my wildest dreams imagined that she was helping me with my purpose, and she knew exactly what she was doing. I mean, we get mad, we get bothered with the ways we were brought up and the things we think or see as neglect. But then there's times where if you get to that journey in your life that you choose to take, you realize it was love and you got to respect it. So thank you, Mom. Seriously. Because from you doing the things that you taught me to do, I now am who I am and I know what I need to do. So with that, I'm a holistic practitioner. I don't even know the terms that we should be using today. I just want to stay politically correct. I don't want no one come knocking on my door. I don't claim to have any cures for everything because that's against the law and I ain't trying to go to jail. However, I listen to the God in me and I pay attention to my body. And I have learned how to take care of me and my children and others holistically. So with that, I like to share. And a lot of times, because I feel that this is a gift of God, not something that I should monetize from, I don't brag and boast and put all these posts on like I'm the new Dr. Sabi or anything like that. But as a matter of fact, while Dr. Sabi was doing his thing in the private sector and we didn't know who he was, that's the same time I was doing my thing, learning how to take care of me from moderate dysplasia as well as ovarian fibroid cysts that grew and turns into tumors, which actually, let me correct that. Cysts and tumors are two different things, but my follicles on my fallopian tubes or my ovaries, as they don't go down with my menstrual, turn into the fibroid uterine cyst. And my braid is quite jacked up, but for the sake of, I just wanted my hair, the flyaways to go in while I did this video, I guess we got it. And I guess I did good without really doing my hair. What I rubbed in my hair was one of our shea butter hair pomades that my daughter makes. And so I wasn't going to put anything in my hair. I was just going to do it. But I noticed that right up in here, it was kind of dry and it needed something to help me get that braid going. So I went on and did it. And then I have a rubber band. So we old schooling it. And no, I don't have a little girl. These barrettes about 19 years old. Because I only buy stuff once. And I keep it. I am not a wasteful person. I'm very, very frugal. Now, holistic is a way of living. It is taking nature's gifts. Food is our medicine. Having adequate nutrition. Is something on my face? Might just be because I'm golden and glistening. Because I don't see nothing there. But oh well. And making it work for you. So, a little bit about me. Back in growing up in high school, I had irregular menstruals. And I was one of those fortunate ones that got my cycle way early. It was perfect. Comes on at midnight, goes off in 3 days. No cramps, no pains. Just an amazing menstrual. And then one day, I couldn't walk. Pains were so bad. I couldn't walk. I was just cramping and bent over. And it was actually while I was on vacation visiting my family in D.C. And I came to discover that I needed surgery. So I had a leap cone of my cervix back in 1998. And I had my first child in 1999. Nope, I got pregnant in 1999, had my first child in 2000. Please understand me and dates and memories like that. I remember, and I don't want to say important things because those dates are like rather important to many, many people. However, I celebrate every day. I celebrate them all the time. So me knowing their birthdays is like, today's their birthday. And I'm going to say happy birthday to them today. And so even though it's not their birthday, but they woke up and they're still blessed to be on this earth. So I'm kind of a little different. But after that procedure and how long it took to recuperate, I had made a commitment to myself that if anything ever went wrong with me again, having surgery and stuff like that was not what I was going to do. So I went on with life, and I guess I should tell you, in 97, I got married. And when I got married, I married a gentleman who was allergic to seafood, iodine. So I didn't eat any more crab, shrimp, lobster. He was also a 5%er, so I cut out pork and all scavengers, let's put it that way. That was hard for me when it came to seafood because I'm from Washington, D.C., Maryland area, and I like my seafood. We ate it for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Then growing up in Florida, my favorite restaurants, seafood restaurants. So seafood was very hard to let go. The pork, easy peasy. Like he said, I couldn't eat it. I ain't eat it no more. What was hard to let go were the Cool Ranch Doritos and Cool Ranch Doritos and Skittles. But I don't think now you can eat Skittles. But at this point, I don't eat sugar like that. So I don't eat Skittles either. And I think you can't maybe eat strawberries. But I don't eat candy. So it doesn't matter to me. But moving forward, I was sick and had to have surgery. It took a year to recuperate. And within that year, I was on bed rest for a long time. So there was books I had to read, things I had to do. I worked at America Online, So there was a world full of information at my fingertips. And that gave me the opportune time to study and to learn even more that I couldn't find in books because I wasn't at the library. Now, I will tell you, I have a very, 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 very big book selection on health and wellness and nutrition as well. And I just acquired it over the years. But back then, I was doing whatever I could to figure out what I needed to do. I had no children at the time and was having issues with my menstrual. My mom had already had a hysterectomy, and I didn't want to go that route. And so I wanted to make sure that I could have kids. So I did the things necessary to do that. And here we are today. I have five beautiful joys, blessings, angels, love them to death. But each one of them, there's like a story to tell about each one. And the first one was my daughter. Not only did I not know what the hell I was doing, I guess, but at the same time, I did it right. She's a beautiful soul. I wanted her different than me. And being that I had went to college for psychology and I had learned the power of the mind, and my education is also in elementary ed. And when I was pregnant, I didn't have anything that, like, if something bothered me, I accepted it because I didn't want my daughter to have an uneasy energy about herself. I wanted her to be just beautiful, accepting, loving, strong, determined. So I put forth all that energy into being so that my seed could be too. So each of my children, they are who they are and kind of on purpose. And so I feel I'm the best person for them because I accept them, because I know what I did with them. So I ruined her too. I ate flour while I was pregnant. And now my baby has a very, 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 very serious gluten allergy because of all that flour. She's allergic to yeast because of all that flour. I mean, all of her sicknesses, when I look back and I put the pinpoint to who caused it, me being ignorant, not knowing. And my mama used to say, baby, don't eat that stuff. It's not good for you, or it's not good for the baby. Something can happen. You never know. But she never told me what. So at that point, I was like, it's good. And I want it. So I'm going to eat it. And I did. And I'm going to be honest, even when I had her, and then I pregnant my next kid, and I ate it too, she saw me eating it, I gave her some. So I didn't say no. I figured if I was eating it, they eat it too. Well, backfire. Seriously, it caused a lot of issues when it comes to our health and stuff. But it also brought me to learn even more. So we are a household that takes no medicine. We make everything ourselves. Food is thy medicine. Nutrition is our health. You're your greatest asset. And so you got to do the things you need to do to take care of you. From the things we put on our skin, how we brush our teeth, what we wash our hair in. I will tell you the one product in this household that there's two that is not natural is what I clean my toilet with, my tub with, and I also spray my house carpet and stuff with. And that's bleach and ammonia. And I know those are like, damn, those are two most deadliest agents you can have in your home. Yeah, they are. But something about me still hasn't gotten over the part that when I sit my tail on the toilet, first off, I change the seats when I move to a new place. But when I sit my tail on the toilet that everybody else been sitting on too, I want it clean. I want it like germ-free clean. And being that we walk around our house and germs stay on the shoes, I take a spray bottle with ammonia and water, and I spray it on the carpets and the couch and stuff when the kids are asleep, so that when they wake up, we have a fresh house. I've been doing this for years, not for the coronavirus. This has been what I just normally do. And for years, we diffuse so our air remains clear. I love my diffusers. I love my essential oils. I don't even have as many as a lot of people do, because there are other people who I know who have a whole lot more. But just my general, oh man, I can't turn the camera around. Just my general selection. Maybe you can see. They're my essential oils. And these are the ones that I normally use and sell. These are the ones that I diffuse in the house they're more economical than doTERRA, and all we're doing is burning them in the air, and they're organic, so I will use them. But when it comes to using the essential oils like medicine, I go with doTERRA, because that company has shown me that they source their products properly. They make sure they get the best quality of oils that you need, and I like them. I really do. Now, the other part of my video is because right now what's going on, there are a lot of people giving out a lot of information. And it's like in the last month, I have seen so many holistic people or plant-based people coming up talking about do this and do that. And it kind of bothers me, because I'm looking at the pandemic we're in and the situations at hand. And if you all do just one of those things wrong, it could go wrong. And so I wanted to try to correct some thoughts about what should be being done or what can be being done, and share a little more about me, because I know I've been doing these videos on YouTube, and I'm like, people really don't know me. And then I thought about it the other day. None of y'all know me. Like, this is YouTube. I don't even know YouTube like that. So I know you don't know me. My family and friends, they know me, and they know of me. There's not too many that know exactly what I do or how I do. They just know that's Nikki. Well, let me show you a few of the products that we make. I don't have any of my teas down here. But like, for instance, this is one of our room sprays, and it disinfects and cleanses the air and in your germs. You could put it on you. You could put it in the air. You could put it on a surface. It's not going to cause any stains or any problems. It smells amazingly good. And we sell this. Now, I got the recipe. I can share the recipe too. And you can make it for yourself, or you could buy it from me. That's the kind of person I am. Because this time, it's time that we all need help. Now, my favorite oil, essential oil for fighting germs and bacteria, is On Guard. But I also mix On Guard with, and I don't say it right, abbreviate, or something like that. I don't say it right. But let me see if I can show them to you. Because I think I just ran out of the other one. But here's the On Guard. They come in beadlets too. And when I tell you it's powerful, this oil has orange, clove, cinnamon, eucalyptus, even rosemary. So when you think about what we need in the world today, we need a lot of rosemary. Clove is very powerful and it's a disinfectant. Why we need rosemary? Because we got radiation going on. Rosemary helps those cells in the mind and the brain stay strong, especially with how radiation attacks the brain and the mind. Eucalyptus helps fight the germs in the air, but it cleanses up your sinuses and everything as well. Clove is good for pain. Dentists use it, and it's an antiseptic, so it helps the pain and it kills the germs. So if you're using it, it'll help you with these little headaches that are going on. And I know a lot of people are complaining about headaches. So the way to go to me today is essential oils. You can look in the grocery stores. Food is getting scarce. So you can eat good, or you can eat how you eat, but you could use essential oils. Like, I'm seeing videos of people boiling lemon, people boiling lime, and they're boiling it with the rind on. Now, oranges, lemons, limes, all those citrus fruits, the ones with those thick skins, they're all being coated with a resin. And a resin is a wax. And these waxes are supposed to be considered food grade, but they're not using the Cabanza wax or anything like that. They're using citric acid wax and stuff, and waxes that are food grade, natural. But if we keep in consideration that a beaver's anal gland, where vanilla comes from, is also considered natural, ain't no telling how natural this wax is. And for what I know, it's not natural and it's not good for you. It's actually cancer causing. So be cautious, because it's sprayed on the fruit. And just like if we spray something on us, we have all these pores. Fruits are alive too. And what seeps in through my pores goes into me. This is what seeps into the fruit. Pores goes into the fruit. So with that, I'm very cautious about my orange peel. I get my orange peel from companies that are specializing in orange peel, that are organic, and they're growing them in a way that they're not going to have this resin and stuff on it. Organic fruits use less pesticides, or none, pretty much. They have now, if you're going to any organic farms, the FDA has mandated that they have certain sprays that are supposed to be safe and still repel the bugs. So even for that, I don't boil the organic oranges. However, the doTERRA lemon oil is just like the oil from the rind, and so is the orange. So you can drop a drop of that in your water, and you have the same effect as what you're boiling on the stove. And quicker. So convenient. So convenient. So I do that quite often. And let's see. What else am I seeing that needs to be corrected? Oh, soy. Yeah, it's a bean. And it was supposed to be a bean planted in between crops to help put the nutrients back into the crops, into the soil, so that when the crops are growing and they're absorbing the nutrients from the soil, the next crop will have the same amount of nutritional value because the soil has been refertilized. Now, in a sense, I'm going to say that sounds good. Then when I look at the fact that soy lecithin has been in all of our foods for so many years, I personally feel soy is one of the roots to a majority of our problems and should be avoided at all costs. So my household, we don't consume soy. Whereas I see all these people turning plant-based and they're using products that are soy-based. For what soy does into the body, you might as well eat meat. Now, I could sit here and share all those medical details. However, at the same time, that goes against the principles that I'm supposed to be governing myself under to be able to be, I guess, on YouTube. I'm a doTERRA consultant, so I can't make any medical claims, and I'm not able to go against the medical industry. So I'm not bashing or anything with anyone, and I'm doing my best to stay in compliance, but I'm putting things out there that you can research yourself, and you can pick and you can choose. A lot of people who research for themselves, they'll still get soy because they're like, well, it says one side says it's good, one side says it's bad. Who knows? Well, for me, that goes back into who knows? God knows. And that DNA, divine natural awareness, which is in each and every one of us, that's the God in you. That's that signal telling you the truth. I wanted to say MF right then, and I did good. I did good. Telling you the truth. So, say no to soy. High fructose corn syrup. Man, GMO, genetically modified engineers. Man, MSG. It's in probably almost all that conventional stuff. Make it taste so good. And none of that is what we need. So while we're making these changes consciously to do better for ourselves, we've got to actually make these changes consciously to take better care of ourselves. There are items out there that really serve the point and you can eliminate soy and be just fine. You can eliminate high fructose corn syrup and be just fine. You can eliminate the MSG and be just fine. Herbs, seasonings, spices, those things taste really good on food, and it's time to get your herbs up. There's books you can look at to see what herbs you should use. I personally think everyone should be eating basil and parsley, Himalayan salt on a daily basis. Garlic, not necessarily, because garlic is a medicine, and unless you have heart issues and stuff, but garlic tastes good, so we use garlic and we use onion. It tastes good. But I use them in different fashions. Like we have onion powder, we have garlic granules, we have whole garlic, minced garlic. So it depends on what we're cooking. That determines how we use it. But we need to do better with our eating and our choices. And I wanted to come on, put those pointers out, but also let people be aware that if you have any questions or any concerns and you need any kind of guidance, I'm here for you. I don't mind answering questions. I don't mind giving out information, recipes, and helping you do what's right for you, because this is the time to make the change. There's no going back. With what we're facing today, and there's no need to be like guessing. Everybody now has read the internet. They can see what's going on. Some people are still hung on that it's a COVID virus out. Some people are on the 5G. People are dying. They are dying. Whatever it is, they are dying. And if what they're dying from can be corrected by the foods you put in your body, I say jump on it and get to it now. Now, I'm the one who strongly believes it's cause of radiation. I have been dealing with radiation and issues about radiation for many years. I wanted to live in California, and I went and moved because of I'm saying it wrong, I know, Fukushima. maybe, Japan, years ago. Top blew off the top left corner, close to the Pacific Ocean, and radiation's been spilling out nonstop for years now, pouring right into the ocean, washing up on the California shorelines eventually. Fish, everything. They've been having the radiation scanners of the air, seeing where their levels are. And I was like, in due time, it's going to do anything but take over. Well, now they're putting up 5G towers. And we were aware of 5G years ago because they talk about the innovation and flying cars and saying, I like a coffee. And the coffee appears in thin air. So when we are mindful of what we're facing, it behooves us to do so much better. Do some research. Look up what radiation does to your body. Radiation alone creates flu-like symptoms and messes with your respiratory nervous system and causes you to have breathing issues similar to those like asthma, bronchitis, and it can turn into severe respiratory infections and viral issues. Now, moving back past that, go figure, radiation also destroys your thyroid. And while it's destroying your thyroid is that gland that is responsible for how your body responds to everything. But mostly the attacks, even stress. So if you're stressed, your thyroid will send out the hormones to fight the stress. If you're sick, your thyroids will send out hormones to fight the cold. If you're like, got something gone in your nose, your thyroid will say, hey, nose, we need you to run. So it starts getting runny. Runny noses aren't bad. Runny noses are like your body naturally flushing out the mess that needs to come out. Now, when they get yellow and green, that's when it gets bad because it's pretty much giving you a signal saying, uh-oh, I was doing my best to flush, but it's something else going on the other side that infection is taking in and taking over. No matter how much I flush, you got an infection going on. Now, people say, how is that so? Well, when people are walking around as a coffin to all the animals that they eat, their body has a lot of bacteria. We want to get good bacteria inside of us, not bad bacteria. And bad bacteria is mold. Food molds. Dead carcasses rot. If a cow was left outside dead and it rotted, it ain't going to smell good. It's going to create germs, worms, maggots, all that. And in the temperatures of like 98 degrees, imagine what it does inside of you. Now, I'm not trying to gross anyone out. I just want y'all to put this in perspective. Like, think about it. So, I strongly feel people need to detox. It's crazy. I was doing some packaging, but I package and do my work upstairs. So, we offer a detox. It's called Declare. Let me read it to you, if I can, because it's so small. Get enlivened with a fresh new start. The new you awaits. It's simply a teacup away. This herbal blend is a whole body cleanse and detox. Cleanse to rid the body of impurities and detox to remove the poisons from the body. Start now on your journey to renew to the cellular level. So I'm not sitting here talking about let's just flush out our system. I'm talking about let's redo our cells. Every 21 days, your cells rejuvenate, they start to regrow, and they start to do better for you. So taking these essential herbs that I have in my detox will start that process to get it going so that your body will not only remove the toxins and the impurities, but it will restore you. It's called declare a reset. I declare a reset on my life, that I'm going to take action, because that's what Enliven is: action, life, and spirit. Going to take action on my life and create in me a new spirit, God's spirit, because God's ways and order says that I should do as God says. God's scripture in Genesis, I think it was 129. Let's check and see. I just so happen have my Bible right here. This is my kids' Bible when I was growing up. All my obituaries from all my friends who passed and stuff. And I said Genesis 1:29. That was like on the second page. And God went on to say, "Here, I have given to you all vegetation bearing seed, which is on the surface of the whole earth, and every tree on which there is the fruit of a tree bearing seed. To you let it serve as food, and to every wild beast on earth, and to every flying creature of the heavens, and to everything moving upon the earth, in which there is life as a soul. I have given all green vegetation for food." And it came to be so. Now, after that, God saw everything he made, and look, very good. There came to be evening, and there came to be morning, a sixth day. So God gave us this food on the fifth day for us to do right. Now, personally, in the order in which we receive, some people might want to start reading that Genesis first chapter. I got time. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. Now the earth proved to be formless and waste, and there was darkness upon the surface of watery deep. And God's active force was moving to and fro over the surface of the waters. And God proceeded to say, "Let light come to be." And then there came to be light. After that, God saw that the light was good, and God brought about a division between the light and the dark. And God began calling the light day, but the darkness he called night. And there came to be evening, and there came to be morning, a first day. And God went on to say, "Let an expanse come to be, and between the waters, and let the dividing occur between the waters and the waters." A dividing between the waters and the waters. That was land. Then God proceeded to make the expanse, and to make a division between the waters that should be beneath the expanse and the waters that should be above the expanse. And it came to be so. And God began to call the expanse heaven, and there came to be evening, and there came to be morning, a second day. And God went on to say, "Let the waters under the heavens be brought together into one place, and let the dry land appear." And it came to be so. And God began calling the dry land earth, but the bringing together of the waters he called seas. Further, God saw that it was good. And God went on to say, "Let the earth cause grass to shoot forth vegetation bearing seed." This is in verse 11, not 29. "Vegetation bearing seed, fruits, trees yielding fruit according to their kinds, the seed of which is in it upon the earth. And it came to be so. And the earth began to put forth grass, vegetation, bearing seed according to its kind, and trees yielding fruit, the seed of which is in it according to its kind. So, I look at that in so many different ways. If a seed is in it, it's going to bear the fruit of its kind. God's seed is in me, and I bear the fruit of its kind. So when I come with the word, I come with God's word. I don't come with, this is my thought, this is what we should do because I think it's best. I come with what God sent to me and says, give this to my people. Hopefully they'll listen to you. Now, if you don't trust me, hey, don't trust me. But trust God, especially when you hollering, you trust God. So back to what the next verse says. And the earth began to put forth grass, vegetation, bearing seed according to its kind, and trees yielding fruit, the seed of which in it is according to its kind. Then God saw it was good, and there came to be evening, and there came to be morning, a third day. And God went on to say, let luminaries come to be in the expanse of the heaven to make the division between the day and the night, and they must serve as signs for seasons and for days and years, and they must serve as luminaries in the expanse of the heavens to shine upon the earth. And it came to be so. And God proceeded to make the two great luminaries, the greater luminary for dominating the day, and the lesser luminary for dominating the night, and also the stars. Thus God put them in the expanse of the heavens to shine upon the earth, and to dominate by day and by night, and to make division between the light and the darkness. Then God saw that it was good. And there came to be evening, and there came to be morning, a fourth day. And God went on to say, let the waters swarm forth, and swarm of living souls, and let flying creatures fly over the earth upon the face of the expanse of the heavens. And God proceeded to create the great sea monsters, fish, sharks, stuff like that. Whales had hip bones. They once walked the earth. And every living soul, oh, that wasn't in the Bible. That was just my thought that I thought I should share. So when you think of sea monsters, you got to think about all those things that move about, which the water swarmed forth according to their kinds, and every winged flying creature according to its kind. And God got to see that it was good. With that, God blessed them, saying, be fruitful and become many, and fill the waters in the sea basins, and let the flying creatures become many in the earth. And there came to be evening, and there came to be morning, a fifth day. And God went on to say, let the earth put forth living souls according to their kinds, domestic animal and moving animals, and wild beasts of the earth according to this kind. And it came to be so. And God proceeded to make the wild beasts of the earth according to its kind. God proceeded to make the wild beast of the earth according to its kind, and the domestic animals according to its kind, and every moving animal of the ground according to its kind. And God got to see that it was good. And God went on to say, let us make man in our image, according to our likeness, and let them have in subjection the fish of the sea, and the flying creatures of the heavens, and the domestic animals, and all the earth, and every moving animal that is moving upon the earth. And God proceeded to create the man in his image. Not the man in man's image, the man in God's image. In God's image, he created him. Male and female, he created. Further, God blessed them, and God said to them, be fruitful. He didn't say be cowful. He didn't say be pigful. He didn't say be chickenful. He said be fruitful. And become many, and fill the earth, and subdue it, and have in subjection the fish of the sea, and the flying creatures of the heavens, and every living creature that is moving upon the earth. And God went on to say, here I have given to you all the vegetation bearing seed which is on the surface of the whole earth, and every tree on which there is fruit of the tree bear seed. To you, and it's capitalized. Let it serve as food. Now, that right there gives me a little B at the end. And B says go to Genesis 7:14. So let's see what Genesis 7:14 says. Genesis 7:14 says, I'm going to go back to 13. On this very day, Noah went in, and Shem and Ham and Japheth, Noah's sons, and the wife of Noah, and the 3 wives of his sons with him, into the ark. They and every wild beast according to its kind, and every domestic animal according to its kind, and every moving animal that moves on the earth according to its kind, and every flying creature according to its kind, every winged creature. And they kept going to Noah inside the ark 2 by 2. So you know what this says to me is they didn't eat those animals. They learned to coexist with those animals. They learned to become I think it said, what was that word that we were given over there? I wanted to get the dictionary so we can make sure we're learning these words in the right context. Now, or we're hearing this scripture in the right context. But I'm going to go back to 1. Give me one moment. Subjection. Okay, subjective. So, subject. Under the authority, rule, or power of another. Disposed, prone, liable, dependent, a person under the rule of another. So whereas the Bible says, further, God blessed them, and God said to them, be fruitful and become many, and fill the earth and subdue it, and have in subjection. So you rule over the fish of the sea, the flying creatures of the heaven, and every living creature that is moving upon the earth. So we are to have rule over those things. Rule over those things doesn't mean we harm those things. That means we take care of those things. We have subjection over our children once we give birth to them, and we are to raise them, protect them, nurture them, and love them. We're not to kill them, slaughter them, and eat them. He didn't say do that. So a lot of people take this and they go to that rear side, the New Testament, where it gave a different rule. And I believe that different rule was given because it was like, damn, I do it. I'm going to speak on it as a parent, not as God, because I ain't God and I can't say what God was thinking. But I know what I do. I have rules. I say rules are for fools and discretion is for the wise. And so if I give my children opportunities to do what they should do, I'm letting them be wise. But when they come back and they start showing me they're going to do what the hell they want to do anyways, then we got to put little borders and boundaries to it and rules. So I might change up a little of my order, like of what I say goes, because it's not a matter of compromising. It's a matter of team working, knowing that everyone has an individuality. Everyone has their own purpose. Experience is the best teacher. And the way we experience and learn, we grow as well. So I don't stick to it's this way. And I think that that's where we are today. We have been given the world so many opportunities to do free will, what they're supposed to do. But then they're doing so many things of choice that they want to do that now it's backfiring on a lot of people. And if we don't get back to the program and go with that first order of business of what we are to do, it's not going to be no more you. It's going to be me, because I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. I've gone back to what God said, and I honor his orders as much as I can. And I would like to help others honor him too. There are so many things that we can do for ourselves. Let me see. Just want to share. This is a book, Healing Herbs. It does not have every herb in it, but it has some herbs in it. So like, first one I turn to is Gatu Cola. Soothes skin problems. Cures, wow, leprosy. I like to open up the food books and flip to wherever it says go, because wherever it lands, that's supposed to be what I'm supposed to get from it. Even with Bible scriptures, I don't just read the Bible. I've read the Bible. I've listened to the Bible. I don't now just go back and just want to read it. I just open and see what do you have for me today? What food can I eat? Because food for my mind, food for my soul, food for my body. What do I need today? What should I consume? So coming into opening this book into this page, and realizing that we got a lot of people, if y'all look into the Bible and what it says about leprosy, that's going on. And got to take care of that. So, long ago, the native Sinlis of Ceylon, which that's a cinnamon that I love, noticed that elephants, renowned their longevity, loved the rounded leaves of diminutive Gutula cola. The herb gained a reputation as a longevity promoter, and a Senegalese proverb advised 2 leaves a day keep old age away. Gatua cola won't add years to your life, but it may stimulate the immune system, accelerate wound healing, and treat psoriasis, improve circulation in the legs, which help prevent varicose veins. I have varicose veins. A cure for leprosy. India's Ayurvedic herbalists first used it like ginseng to promote longevity and treat problems of aging. But over time, the herb became popular both internally and externally to treat skin diseases, including leprosy. Philippine healers use Gatu Cola to treat wounds and gonorrhea. Chinese physicians used it for fevers, cold, and flu. It got a bum rap in Europe, several species grown there, but Europeans believed it caused foot rot in sheep. Hence, its once popular name, sheep rot. Though there is no evidence this is the case, close relatives of the Gatu cola also grow in the United States. Illicits were well aware of the herb and used as a treatment for leprosy in Asia. According to one report in 1852, a doctor of India, having been for many years afflicted with leprosy, experimented with it and recovered. I'm going to stop there because it goes into womb healing, psoriasis, leprosy, leg circulation, and intriguing possibilities. Tells you how to do the prescription and the safety factor and the other conditions. And tells you a little bit more about the herb. But I was only showing this book to say there are books, there's information that tells you things you need to know. And I actually was going to turn to basil, see if basil was in this book. Oh, but I saw garlic. I saw fennel. It says garlic is the wonder drug. Let's see what it says. I ain't going to read everything. It's a powerful antibiotic, heart disease and stroke. It's Russia's penicillin. Diabetes, cancer, lead poisoning, even says leprosy. AIDS is in this book. There's a prescription for garlic, how to cook with it, about its smell, the safety factors, and the different kinds of bulbs. So, we need to get on our herbs. We need to get on our vegetables. We need to get on our fruit. And again, if you need any help, hit me up. I'm going to be talking about herbs and wellness and nutrition from here on out. So if you want, you can follow me and learn. I'm here to show you what you need to know. They say echinacea should be in every medicine cabinet. And that's in this book. It's the original snake oil. It's good for an infection fighter, immune system, colds and flu, yeast infection, radiation therapy. Hear me. Cancer patients undergoing radiation therapy typically suffer reduced white blood cell counts, increasing their risk of infection. Echinacea may help preserve white blood cells and thus protect radiation patients from infection. If you're in radiation therapy, use echinacea in consultation with your physician. Now, please understand, we're in radiation therapy. Unwillingly, we are in radiation therapy. I don't know where I got this book from, but this is in there. I pick up books from everywhere. And it says, massage into your gums and then swallow. Take capsules according to directions. And it's on the page for echinacea. So we got work to do, because what we need to do is learn how to live in this new world, because it's not going to be like it was. It's not going to be like it was. You're not going to be able to eat these cows and chickens that are out here roaming, because radiation affects them too. You're going to have to change. You're going to have to grow your own food too, because you're going to need to be growing it indoors. You're going to need to protect yourselves. It's time to take heed. It's time to do what we got to do. I'm going to show you how to grow stuff also. I love you all. Be well. Peace, love, harmony, trust, strength, unity. We got this. Together we can.